Hello and welcome to another video in a community that believes weird is wonderful and magic is real and spooky things are the now, the always, all year, all day, every day. And that's what we're going to be doing today is a vlog. That's just what we're going to be doing in general, because now that we have the decor up and behind me and all around me, you get to enjoy it. That is the essence of what the fall spooky season is. Again, spooky season is all year round for me, and you will see a lot of this stuff is staying up all year round. We will talk about that. But in today's vlog, we're going to be doing all the things. We're going to be playing some like spooky horror movies. We're going to be making some kind of foodie dishes. We're going to do a spooky pin board. I have a haul of things on the stairs because you thought the last one was the last one. No, this is the last one, I think. We'll find out. Let's get started. Lumos. They just had to be leaf blowing right when I started filming, didn't they? Can we do away with leaf blowers? Not the people, okay? I'm sure they're good people, but just the blowers in general. Can we just do away with that? That'd be great. Okay, like that is fall. Let the leaves be the leaves. Let them be where they are. It's beautiful. Why are we just like, you know what I'm saying? All right, so the very first thing that I want to show you was kindly sent to me by a small business that we have worked with a number of times, and that is Aftercolor. And for those of you who find these shirts just as cool as I do, or any of the ones previously, I do have a discount code. It is LOVELUMOS1, and it's 10% off your entire first order with Aftercolor. So let me show you what they sent me. And I will say, I think it was like the last one they did. They do little like drops that are very seasonal, and my favorite ones are the Halloween ones. We did do a drop kind of collab on that one, and they dropped even more. But they do always, first off, they always send it in some really pretty packaging. So that is the mailer. I will be reusing that. When somebody buys something from me, you will be getting that. And then they always send like a little postcard. So we have that one, a bookmark of some kind, and it's normally like a random one. You don't know what you're getting, and we're just gonna randomly drop things. And then some stickers. So we have Love Potion, we have Hagrid's Hut, we have a little scale, and platform 9 3/4. So, of a selection of shirts, these are the two that I picked out. First up, I love me a dark magical creature. What is more dark and magical in the wizarding world? And if I haven't said already, that is what this is. So Aftercolor does a number of like bookish kind of theming for their products, and one of their biggest ones is probably Harry Potter, and that is normally the biggest drop that they do. So that is what we're going to be covering. But magical creatures wise, I mean, one of my tappity taps is a Thestral. So I got this Thestral Moonlit Ride, and we have this gorgeous little girl or guy, who knows, right dead center. It is a gray top. I do like to, well, actually talk, excuse me, actually talk clothing because I've learned a lot about myself, okay? But I do dabble a little bit in gray. This one's kind of got a touch of a like gray blue in there. And then the bottom of it says, invisible to those who haven't seen death. I mean, if you know me, you know I had to pick that one. So I got that. And then I have a number of Halloween ones that they dropped last year. I think almost all of them are in this year's drop too. So I picked out the kind of newer new ones. So if you haven't seen those, I will link that video above because they had some really cool Halloween like wizarding shirts. The last one that I got is, I love me a spooky forest, and you know, the Forbidden Forest is exactly that. So I got this Forbidden Forest shirt. She is quite the neon green, but I really like the pop. I feel like it makes it a little bit more spooky. So it says Forbidden Forest, or join us for Forbidden Forest Spooky Trail. The forest hides many secrets. And then we have like a number of creatures. We got Aragog there. Is that a unicorn? Yeah. We have a little unicorn. And then we have another Thestral. And then more of that like really nice neon green. And it says Haunted Unicorn Path, Centaur's Glade, Werewolf in the Forest, Thestral Sightings, and Acromantula's Lair. So cool. So like I said, if you want to do a little shopping there. I have a discount code. I do get a little bit of a percent back, and it helps the channel quite a lot. So only if any of it interests you, just throwing it out there. Okay, and because I have no shame when it comes to a little bit of retail therapy, and I went out again to Michael's. Michael's, why? Why do you do this to me? And I found more things, not just at Michael's. So it's a little bit of a small haul. And maybe it's the last Halloween haul, if you want to call it. It's certainly not the last spooky haul because we just spooky all year round. So let me show you what I got. Actually, it's not a lot of things, but they were all like 40 to 60% off. So if you watched the vlog, downstairs, well, first off, you're going to see a kind of similar thing. But we talked about the like spooky Halloween tree down there that is very, very, very unfinished. And number one, it didn't have a tree topper. So I did get one. I will probably put it out. I don't know that I'll put it on camera, but it is a little ghosty tree topper. It does light up. And I say I won't put it on camera. I will next year because we're going to do, or I hope we're going to do like a spooky Halloween tree next year. And I felt like this little ghost could fit into like a haunted mansion theme. You know what I mean? I mean, duh, like look at my bedroom now. And then to go, most all of this is just for the tree. To go with that, I got this garland. I don't typically opt for like kind of cheap garland like this. I don't know. I think it's really cute. But what I like about garland, and I talked about it a little bit doing a Christmas tree, which we never showed you, and will eventually, is the spooky tree. A lot of just artificial trees. There's just a lot of like air space, you know what I mean? Like, and I want it to feel very full, even if you get like the nicer ones. And so one way I did that was with a garland. So I'm going to be taking this garland, which has a nice little like silver sparkle, but it also has, do you see these little guys? It has little spiders dangling off the whole thing. So I'm going to put it like interspersed in the branches. So the tree looks a little bit more full. Then you add the bulbs, you know what I mean? What was that? I don't know. It'll look good, I hope. So we do that. I picked up 3 of those. And then I picked up 2 of these. They are LED string lights. And honestly, I don't remember seeing them. I think I did. They are little ghosties. So I will say, I picked up their bat string lights. Did not read that they're color changing. Normally I'd be fine with that, but they were not colors I loved. So I made sure that I read it, and this one is a warm white. So I'm either going to find a way to string it on the Halloween tree or just somewhere else in the rumpus room, because that's where all of this is going. And that is all of Michael's. All right, let's keep on with the haul. I'm gonna do, let's keep with the ghosty vibes, okay? It's like once I did the Haunted Mansion, I was like, all right, it's a free-for-all for like chic ghosts. I can't be contained. So, I'm a sucker for a good plush blanket. We talked about it. I showed you 2 in the rumpus room. This one might go in that room, but right now I am just using it right over here. I don't care. It's adorable. I got it at Home Goods. It's a bunch of chic ghosts looking so cute and super, super plush. This thing is so soft. And my God, like Home Goods, their pricing is so good. I feel like I paid like $20 or $25. It is white on the back. Look at this. Stop it right now. It's so snuggly. I love it. I'm probably blocking my mic, so apologies there. But yeah, maybe we will, when we watch some movies and eat some good food, I will use this blanket. There's more from Home Goods. Okay. I couldn't help myself. My husband didn't understand it. I did. I just had to have this piece. It does not fit in the majority of the house. It's going to go in the rumpus room, but I'm a sucker for cat things and cute cat things, like, but still spooky. And I saw this blue sky piece and I had to have it. Obviously I had to have it. It's a little chic ghost cat. It is a black cat, as you could tell by the ears. I like the little stitching. She's a bit of a noisemaker, not once I like set it down, but there's a little jack-o'-lantern pail. This is the tail of the cat. Like, what? And then here are the little feeties. Some stars and moons. I love the little stars around the top there. And then there's the back with the tail. Like, I don't know, I just think this is gonna look really cute with some of the stuff down there. I'm so excited for the direction that room is gonna go in. It is, well, as a lot of you have pointed out, this channel, or more so my house, has changed quite drastically. It doesn't feel that way to me, and yet it does. And that room is going to change quite drastically. Spirit Halloween. I can't stop going there. I mean, to be honest, there's not like a huge amount of things that I've wanted there. I do get suckered into their jewelry section, so that's what I'm going to show you. And actually, I will be showing you my jewelry. We're going to talk about things. But I picked up this set right here. A lot of times when I get like full-on sets, I don't want every single piece, but I did love these and the skulls. And then these two here, I was most drawn by those. I might work with the other ones, so I don't know. There's that. And then I picked up a little, actually I didn't notice the little skull. This set. So we have a little spider. I think the top thing was the dagger for me. I really like a good, because I have 3 piercings, I really like a good stud. And I think this 3rd piercing is finally ready to come out. Actually, the one over here took like a lot more healing. I'm not even 100% sure it's completely healed. I'll need to figure that out. But we have little skulls and snakes. It's a good like set for, what is this, $10.99? And there were a couple more that I wanted. I did share in the Discord group that are purple. And we'll talk about like color and all of that. But I stopped myself. Maybe I'll go back and get them. I don't know, because I do wear a little bit of purple, but I got these guys. I messaged my husband and I was like, do you have any idea why I like these? And he's like, maybe because they remind you of Sackboy, because I used to play the game. But they also remind me of like little voodoo dolls. Like, I just love, I probably want to get some like plush earrings, like a little teddy bear, like maybe like a black teddy bear. Come on. And then I watched I think it was a short of somebody. I watch a couple channels that do like focus on like bag accessories, if you want to call them. Like, what is it called? It's like this new thing that I'm hooked on, which is just accessorizing your bags, like bag charms and stuff like that. And they had gone to Spirit Halloween, and I have not really looked at a lot of their blind bags. And they got a couple. So I went there. Okay, I'll show you the 2. I don't, you know, it's fine. You don't always get what you want. But I picked up 2 of these. All I wanted in this set is this, what is it called? Lord Raven. That's what I wanted. I did not get Lord Raven. And let me tell you, I was up in the front feeling these things up like nobody's business. Luckily, I had my headphones on, or I probably would have been super cognizant of people staring at me. But anyway, the 2 that I got were these 2. I feel like this one's all right. The head's like a little weird. I don't care for that. I just wanted the Raven. But the one I was like the most interested in, and I had a pretty strong feeling that I got one of the ones I wanted. They only had 4 there, is this set right here. Are you seeing it? Let's try this side. So you got a little skelly. No, let's go back to this side. A cemetery, a skeleton, a cat, a haunted house, like very classic things. A mummy, a bat, a cauldron, a jack-o'-lantern, and a witch. Now this one I actually liked a lot. I'm pretty sure one of them was a jack-o'-lantern and one of them was a cauldron. I didn't pick those up. The one I wanted the most is the black cat. I did not get it. And I would not mind the skeleton too, because I'm just imagining like little charms on my bag. But anyway, what I did get, so the bag was quite flat. And so I knew it was probably either this one or the haunted house. And I really wanted the cemetery. And I was feeling that sucker up, and I got the cemetery. Cemetery? The tombstone. I got the tombstone. So there it is. Hopefully Spirit restocks, because I really want that stinking cat. But I thought that tombstone was cute. Okay, now TJ Maxx. So this is actually going to be a part of what we are doing today. I got myself, I think it's basically like a cheese board. And it is this black, like witchy hat, marble sort of cheese board. Now there is also, I was there with a friend who also saw it, a white, like marble cheese board that is a bat. I do want that. But when I went there, they had this one, and I was like, well, this one actually fits into our theme quite a lot this year. So we are going to use that, and we're going to do like a little spread on that later on. And then in the front by the Disney, like mostly Disney, like the Bauble Bar jewelry, I saw these and had to freaking have them. They are kind of like cutesy, if you will say. They are these little, wait, what does it say? Witch's Brew cauldrons with the cutest little black cat popping out and those like sparkly like green bubbles. I don't have it. Okay, so I can't help myself. I went back to Target and I went to their plush section and they had another one and I got it. He needs a friend, okay? It's those, if you watch that vlog, I got the purple one, and when I was there, they had this orange and black one. I did not see this one. Purple's still my favorite, but because they're calling it, I'm pretty sure they're calling it like a Frankenstein teddy bear, or I think that's what it says online. Green is probably the most fitting for that, obviously. So now I have a green one that is gonna be the friend of my purple one. So I need names for both. But he's really cute. He has the little stitches, very similar to the other one that I showed you. So got him, and again, just $10. Let's put you here, pal. And then this one in the same section at Target, also for $10. I saw it online, and when I went and I got the purple bear, it wasn't there. And I honestly was expecting it to be a lot smaller, but I'm kind of glad it's not. It is, you know, I'm a sucker for bats. I have a number of other plush bats that I would like. What? Excuse me? It's a purple bat. Look at that adorable little face. Look at the wings. It is so soft. It has the little beads just like the other one, I think because it's the same brand. Look at the little feetsies. Oh my God. There is a wire in this, so you could bend it a little bit. How stinking cute, the little floofiness right here. So snuggly. This one could even maybe fit in, like down here on the couch. Yeah, love it. So anyway, that is the last of the haul. Is it the last of the plushes that I ever get? If Target stops putting out cute things, then maybe. I won't promise anything. Okay, another thing I want to show you. This is a random, we are all over the place. Just come with me, hang out, grab a coffee, because I'm going to show you my coffee. Just real quick, okay, because my favorite coffee shop is, or my favorite coffee is Bones Coffee. A lot of you in the Discord group know that, and some of you, it's your favorite too. Well, I ordered me some because I had just one left. Here are the scents. Let me tell you, I just tried this right now. This might be. So my favorite is probably Rough Weather. It is an oatmeal cream pie coffee. One of my favorite coffees by them. But this one, excuse me, I think it's because of the frosted part, like frosted pumpkin roll. As soon as I smelled it, it is so, so good. I think this is one of their new flavors. I think I could be wrong. This one definitely is. I got the blackberry cobbler. I don't normally do like a berry too much, so this was like exploring for me. And then I got Frankenbones. It's a chocolate hazelnut. This is just a kind of a classic pumpkin spice. Probably the strongest smelling ones were this one and the frosted pumpkin roll. So I'm excited to try this one. It's a pumpkin spice, like I said. And then I think this one also is a new flavor. It's apple cider donut. And I love their packaging too. And then this one's not new to me, the Pumpkin King Pumpkin Pecan Praline. But it's one that I love, so I had to get it. Okay, now I'm going to go upstairs and I want to show you. I have been hard at work. If you watched the final reveal video of my bedroom and bathroom, you'll know I have a lot more storage. Well, I hadn't filled that in. And now I have, but I've also done, let me shut off my fan, but also in that process, I did a good bit of a declutter. So let me show you my closet, because now that I have this storage over here, which is not completely filled in, I think I have this drawer is empty. But I've got things organized by loungy wear, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to show you my underwear drawers, but anyway, it cleared out some space over here. And honestly, it made me learn things about myself, and that's what I want to share with you. So in this wardrobe here, it is mostly black. It has been mostly black, But I have like sort of gone through this dilemma, and I think a lot of other people do too, where you sort of find yourself like, I wouldn't say not being yourself. I've been myself this whole time. I think I realized, so let me preface, I had a number of pieces of clothing in there that were like for Halloween time, like a rusty orange color. Basically, okay, I did a taste test video and I wore this cardigan. It's like a rusty orange and it's a super soft cardigan, of which I have found out that they have black. So I will be ordering that and on sale for like $30. But I was wearing it and I was like, do I wear it or do I just wear what's underneath? Because what was underneath was like a dark gray top with like a little cutesy ghost pattern on it. And I felt more me without it. And I constantly come to that realization of like, I can like things, but I feel even better in other things that I love. And it can be a fine balance of like finding the difference between like and love. And we all know when we love something, like we know we have to have it. And this is similar to Christmas. I went through this dilemma of like all of these reds that I have because I look back at my Advent season, which we will talk about, not in this video, but I look back at the outfits that I wore and I'm like, it's just not me. And I did it because I felt like, I don't know, I had it and maybe it's more marketable and it matches more and whatever, I don't know. But I just look back and it just doesn't feel like me. When I was looking in the closet, I was having this like color crisis. And ultimately it was just me resisting what I feel like I feel better in. And I just feel better in black. I just have long felt better in black. So I love a good rusty orange. I love a good Halloween-y vintage vibe. Maybe one year we do that. But in what I wear, I just really love black. Little pops of like, you know, gray and white, but and touches of purple and occasionally green. But there was something about it that I'm like, oh, am I going to be, you know, a little fear of missing out if I let go of all of the orange? And I think it's like you kind of sometimes don't realize, not that you're not being yourself, but that you're stopping yourself from embracing who that is. It's not your fault. Like you just don't realize you're doing it. And when I was having that dilemma, like it's basically, I learned a lot about myself. And so I let go. I donated, actually I put it out for free and somebody on Craigslist came and got it. People are amazing. But I learned a lot about myself and I wanted to share that because I feel like it's natural. It's normal. All of us go through that and just be who you are. Like just be who you are. So anyway, all of that's gone. I have let go. They were just bags and bags of stuff that are gone, but everything in here is organized and I want to show you inside my bathroom. So now I have this cabinet here. First off, I went through like all the drawers and I sorted it out and there's a number of drawers that are like empty now, because a lot of my stuff I wasn't really actively using, but wanted to use, like the things that just make you feel better, because they were shoved away in drawers. And I'm an ADHD girl. If you don't see it, I don't know it's there. Okay. And so now, while I don't see it and it's in here, it's so much more accessible. Like I have to go into this like cabinet. So now I have in this cabinet, I'll talk about this empty space down here. These are all the things that I regularly use and I sectioned it out. So I have like my hair care products, which is a constant learning process. Okay, curly hair is hard. And then I put with a caveat, all of my Halloween Bath and Body Works. As it turns out, I have a lot of Christmas, so I might not go too nuts, but this is all of my Halloween Bath and Body Works stuff. They are probably my favorite scents. Candy Apple Cauldron. We have Ghoul Friend back here. This Into the Night body glitter is so good. And then these are like the body sprays. So that's a section. And now I just like, it makes me use it more, which is good because I have too many. Okay. And then down here is like my regular, like take care of yourself, like face washes, face lotions, like creams. This sucker, this is an example of something I didn't really touch at all. It's a lip scrub. My God, it's so good. It is from Lush and it sat in there for a hot minute and I just used it yesterday and I just felt better about myself. Okay. So now that it's like out and available, this is my toothpaste and mouthwash. And then down here is my hair care that is a little bit more like masks and deep conditioning things that I'm still learning how to use. So over here was supposed to be my makeup. Let me talk about that. I ordered this guy. It fit in there pretty perfectly, but a little snuggly. Like literally the top of it is like right here. And I knew that. I read the measurements, but I thought, oh, I could still probably use that for short things, but I use a lot of liquid lipsticks, which tend to be longer. I don't really use much in the way of lipstick. I find it too high maintenance for me. And so nothing really fit here. And otherwise I did fit stuff, but it just wasn't deep enough. So I don't know. I might use it. I do like that it's like 3 separate pieces. So I haven't decided, because then I was like, oh, I actually have an organizer. If you remember, I did buy this, but it's just way too red for me. I like a natural wood, but I tend to not gravitate toward light colored ones or red ones, but everything fits in it. So I'm thinking I might like take it all out, take the handles off. Maybe we do it on camera. I'm not sure. And primer it and then just spray paint it black and put the handles back on. And I think I'll like it. The only problem is I don't know where I'm going to put it. And trust me, I'm sure there's going to be people advising me where I should put it. I don't need your advice. Okay, I'm just kidding. Or am I? I've already thought about a lot of things. Like I thought about putting it up on the top there. I just don't think it's aesthetically pleasing and I don't want to have to take it down. It doesn't fit underneath there. I thought about putting it on the dresser in my bedroom, but I don't love the look. So I don't know yet. You know, I could maybe put it in the cabinet down below. So anyway, I spent a lot of time organizing and I just feel like I shared this in the Discord group that I at least do learn a lot about myself. And just every single time I organize, and often comes with decluttering, I kind of let go of little notions that I have or feel like I should do, and didn't realize that that's what I was doing to myself. And it's okay. Give yourself a break. It happens to all of us, but you're pretty much only going to see me wearing black, okay? So anyway, it's what inspires me. Oh, and you know what? Speaking of all black, I want to clarify something. I don't even know if I've gotten comments on this because the video hasn't come out yet, but it has for you. But in the last vlog, I talked about like labels and the word. I used an example of like the word goth because somebody asked me if I was goth. I still like, I guess I want to say, yeah, I am. Like, I think I just wanted to say like, do you need that definition? So I guess sometimes you do. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Labels are weird things. I just have weird relationships to them. It's like somebody tagged me really so kindly in a list of goth YouTubers, and it made me so happy. So happy. I was like, I'm part of the group. Thank you so much. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying here. Let's go do our pin board. So if you remember in my studio, oh, I forgot this is like all the lighting we have in here. I got to work on that. I just really love that this studio brings such a different vibe from the Haunted Mansion room. Oh, and I didn't show you, but I did add a couple. The reason I didn't show you is because it wasn't clean, okay? But I did add a couple of things over here. So I added this white pumpkin next to the little witch. And then this right here, this was one of the photographs, like literal photography that somebody did and was at a booth at Rose City Comic Con. And I put it in this frame because it was like the perfect postcard size. So what we're going to do is right behind here. Actually, let me grab these right here. If you recall, this door is closed quite often. We have this pin board right here, and I'm hoping, I won't know until we go over the drawers together. I'm hoping that we have enough things that I can like make a spooky pin board on here. So like a spooky witchy pin board, because this is kind of my witchy room. But I did get in some like push pins. I only ordered 2 different kinds. I wanted to order 1 more, but I was like, hold on, let's just get 2 for right now. So let's see what they look like. So first I went with, oh, we're taped down. Okay, one moment, please. Okay, here they are. I went with brass is what I was gonna say. I think when we do a pin board, if we do a pin board in the Haunted Mansion room, which I'm kind of tempted by, we definitely will in the Rumpus room. Speaking of which, I have downsized those pins quite a lot. Like when I was downsizing and decluttering in that room, it made me, I've just questioned a lot of things in the Rumpus room, and a lot of things are going that are a little too, I want it darker. I just want it darker, cutesy dark, kind of goth dark, if you will. And that meant letting go of a lot of pins. Like, somebody please stop me from buying more Loungefly pins, like the small ones. Maybe. There'll be some exceptions. But if you want to see what I downsized to, maybe I'll just share it in like the Discord group, but it will be going, a number of them will be going up on my Mercari, and most of them are Disney. There are Disney ones I'm keeping. I'm just being more selective to these spooky things. So the pins that I got are these. They have like a little kind of floral look to them. So got a crap ton of those. And then these, I feel like I should have got 2 of these, but I think it should be enough. Oh, it's a cute little case. Are these, I think they're called like double head pins. They're like little, kind of typical, oh, they have little stars. I didn't know they had little stars. Here's what they look like. So they kind of have a regular push pin look, but a little bit thinner and kind of more antique-y. These were just off of Amazon. If you're interested, I can link it down below. Let's now like go in my drawers. Not the other drawers. My drawers in here, which have a lot of like the little artwork, things from all over the place. So let me show you. And we are going to pull out all the things like what's in here. So let me do that real quick and see what we have. So, well, some of these are not like, I just need to find a place for it. So I have things like this. Little like stuff I think could, oh, we have some, oh, we need to do this. Little spell kits. We've done one spell kit. We need to do another one. Okay, what else we've got here? This guy, like when I do a pin board, actually I've never done a pin board, but my plan for a pin board is maybe not your typical pin board. There will be pins, but it's not just gonna be pins. What the heck is this? Oh, I need to find a place for that. I really like that. I feel like that's all that's in here. I'm just gonna like lay it on the floor. And in here are like most of my pins, as well as little like prints. So I'm gonna pull all that out. Pull the whole daggone thing out. Okay. These are my pins. I have narrowed down my pins quite a lot. I feel like stuff like this might be a little too big. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. So I have a bunch of prints, like, or just like kind of, I don't know, paper, artifact-y things from a variety of things. This apothecary one, an enchanter, just stuff that I'm not like ready to get rid of, but I don't know where it's going. I think those are too big though. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I feel like I wanna approach it like, I don't know, with thought. I just feel like trying to do it while it's on the wall might make it a little bit harder. So I'm going to take this sucker off because it is just hanging here. So I'd imagine I can just, you know, lift it up and we're going to work on the floor. Let me show you what I'm working with. Okay. So basically I don't think we're going to do like, I'm not going for like a Harry Potter vibe. I'm going for just like a witchy kind of spooky vibe. It might include a little bit of that, but so I'm probably going to set aside like these postcards. Are they upside down? Yeah, they're upside down. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to set them aside. I do have a number of prints, and that's one thing I want to incorporate because this is a really large pin board, and I just think, I don't know. I've seen pin boards that are just all pins, and it is cool, but it's my personal take to add things like prints and other little elements. So I have a number of prints that I bought just for this pin board. So we have this one, which is like a spooky house. These are from the Witch Casket. I have this one right here. I think these are also from the Witch Casket. Speaking of which, I did subscribe for the, I think it's October one. So we'll be unboxing that. Little cauldron. So these are all possibilities as far as like prints. I think that one might have been Wizarding Trunk. And then I think this is Witch's Moon. Any others? I love these. These bats. Oh gosh. Who was that by? I don't remember. We got these bats. And then I have like tiny little ones. Tiny little. And then we have other things like this. I think that can work. This I was going to put on like the door, but I think it could be fun. And then as far as like actual pins, oh boy, I have a lot. I do want to show you, maybe I'll show you them all done. I know I want to use these. These are from Dread Illustrations. We got them last year and I got a crap ton of them. I was going for like the Halloween Hogwarts vibe, but they're just like creepy jack-o'-lanterns, so they could just work for any Halloween spooky vibe. There is a pin that I forgot to show you. There are a couple things I forgot to show you that I got at Rose City Comic Con. This one is from the little shop called Spooky Butter, and it's this cute little cat pin. And the cat is like, you could tell it's like a little roughed up, and it's on a tombstone, and the tombstone says, "Did not land on feet." I mean, I don't know how I'm still standing a lot of the time, so I really related to that. I love it. And yeah, we have a lot of like wizarding trunk, witch casket. Yeah, witch casket, a lot of witch casket. Lively ghosts. Here, let me show you. Okay, here are all of my pins. So I have ones like this one. Sorry for the lighting. That is Lively Ghosts. Also from Lively Ghosts, this witchy broom. We have this bat one from Teal Cicada that was at Rose City Comic Con. Like, just a random assortment of things. So I'm going to get set up here and just like muck around with this stuff. I also might grab some dried flowers. We're going to be doing like a little bit of a DIY in another video. I hope it turns out well. I'm going to attempt something. Yeah, let me go get my push pins and we're just going to sit here and I'm going to go at this board. Am I going to hate this whole idea? Oh, I forgot about this. This one's cute. It's like a little patch. So I'm going to include that. So I'm looking at this and you know I love me a good theme and it feels so random. So right now what I'm leaning towards is I have a lot of things that have like similar colors. I think instead I'm going to do like little sections of little things that kind of go together. That's what I'm thinking because this is like chaos. I don't know. Maybe it still looks like chaos when I'm done. I will accept it. Yeah, I think I'm going to start like matching up color to color. Like this has a little bit of orange in there. I need to take it out of the thing. Then we've got like this lighter gray. And maybe if I can match up like pentacle to pentacle or pentagram or whatever you want to, you know, all the coals. Is that the word? Cauldrons with cauldrons. But mostly I'm leaning towards like the colors going together. Like we got this cauldron boil me. All of these purpley bits. So that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, okay, kind of hate it. I kind of hate it. I have like this grand vision. It's not like a super specific vision, but there's more I wanted to do with it. So first up, I'm just accepting that it is what it is and I'm working with what I have. I definitely need a lot more pins. I'm also just not used to like, pin boards are kind of chaos. And while I might be chaos internally, if you can tell by my decorating, I like it to be like an organized chaos. And this feels all over the place. So I'm going to just like take a moment. Actually, I'm going to lift this pin board up and hopefully nothing falls. And I'm going to put it up and then see if I can add to it and hate it a little less. So let's do that. Well, I can already see some tweaking that needs to be done here. Oh, I'm just accepting it. For the chaos it is. It feels like the orange is out of place. Okay, you guys, here's what I have. The jack-o'-lanterns are like, I feel like they're not fitting in. Let me test something really quick. Help a girl out, because I'm hating this quite a lot. I don't mind the leaves. I just feel like the orange is just too much orange. I'll explain everything else and like what my brain is thinking. This is a very beginner board, okay? I have grander ideas for these things. This is just like let's have fun, put up what we have, and then sort of get a proper plan in the future. I am reminding myself to trust the process. I did go and get more things. I'm also learning things about myself all over again, okay? Remember the whole discussion about like clothing and that I prefer all black? Like, I like a jack-o'-lantern. I just think it needs to be all orange, but I do like a kind of dark, muted, matte vibe. So that's what we're doing now. And I'm just poking around here with these bits. Shoving them all the places. Honestly, like I just love this garland so much. It's that glittery stuff that is hanging off of my mirror in the Haunted Mansion bedroom. And right now I'm just like plucking the little bits off so you can actually reattach it. So it's not like ruining anything. And just adding these to it because I just feel like I just feel like I need to fill up the space. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, what if we did this? Ooh, let's do it. I did also bring up some spiders. Gonna add those. Some of these I'm just using like double-sided tape, you know. Do I want to add these? I feel like they would pull in a nice purple. I feel it. I feel it real good. Let's test one. I'm gonna take this and the little like wire and just kind of wrap it around the wire, I hope, so then I can just use the pin. But then I'm gonna see the wire. We don't want to see the wire. No, I don't want to see the wire. We're just gonna try double-sided tape. And hope for the best, you know? We're gonna double the double-sided tape. So I'm thinking like, does that work? Hold on. I don't think that's staying, but I might be able to make it stay. That's cute, right? Okay, we need more. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it. And actually, like, I don't hate it. I had to take all the orange out, okay? And I had to add a little bit of chaos. Is it perfect? No. It's my first pin board, okay? So bear with me. It's my take on a pin board. I didn't, like, kind of curate it as much as I normally would. I didn't really put a whole lot of thought. I just started placing things. So this is what we've got. Here is my pin board. So one other thing I would have liked to add, but I can't find them, are those purple lights. So like the little really thin, please excuse my squeaky floors, the really thin purple string lights that I have in a number of places. Would have been nice to like, I don't know, just weave it underneath and around and just have like a purple light kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? That would be really cool because also it's a darker corner, as you can tell. We just have like the natural light over here. That's all we're working with right now, so bear with me. But I felt like that would have added something, but I'm pretty sure we already packed all of that up. So here's a little pan of my first ever pin board. And like I said, I went for like a witchy vibe, kind of a, I don't know, dark apothecary spooky vibe. So at the top, I have this adorable little print that I got from Witch Casket, and I tried pairing the pins that I thought would fit with it because it has like, right, it's a little hidden, but it has the cutest little cat. I might have to bring that down, but right there, it's a little witchy house. So I put the cat pin there, and then I put the shrieking shack over here. I just felt like it fit with the witchy house, and then a little witch hat. And then because there's a moon out, I put the moon with the cat pin. So kind of like keeping that all together. Then I have this potion bottle. I feel like this was Witch Casket too. And we have, I paired it 2 potion pins that I have. The Basilisk Venom and the new something or other. Actually, I forgot the whole thing, but another potion there. And then I kind of took that little glittery stuff and just like, you know, spritzed it in a number of places, as well as a little spider. I need to tuck that back in, but I have some kind of hanging over the top. So it's like hanging over the top of both sides. I just want it to feel really spooky. And then on this side, so this I did really pair with colors. We have this like cauldron, purple cauldron print. I'm pretty sure from Witch Casket too, with a moon at the top. I paired it with the Cauldron Boil Me pin that I got from Rose City Comic Con. Again, we have a moon. So I have a moon and a bat, and then I have this witchy hand with purple flowers moon pin, and then I added this little like charm. It is, well, it's not even a charm, but it works with it. So we have a little moon with the crescents on it, and then a purple little crystal hanging off there. So that's kind of like its own section, but I did just take dried flowers or dried plants and just place them randomly. I wanted it to feel random, so I have some at the top here too. And I have this little butterfly that I added, again, keeping with like the black and white kind of palette. I have this Hecate print. No, I'm saying it wrong. Hecate? I forget. Regardless, this is from Witch's Moon, and it's one of my favorite prints from them. They had thrown in extras. I think this is one I bought, and then I got a bunch of extras. It's really sweet. And then I paired this from Lively Ghosts. It is a skull pin, and it's like a little mug, and I don't know, I just felt like it fits with that. It just fits with the whole thing. I have a little rat down here. I have a little cloche skull. And then kind of moving over here, we have this sucker with the little like bells. I love it. We have a black candle pin. I kept a little like tiny print back there just to play a little bit in with the potion bottle up here. We have, I thought having like a crow hold it would be really cute. So it's holding that. This is the one kind of Harry Potter, but it doesn't like read Harry Potter, but you know if you know. Mortal Peril pin, that's from the Wizarding Trunk. I have this iridescent spider up there, and then just this little bit kind of coming down. I have a spider web and a spider pin down here. And then this cutie, also from Witch Casket. And then this broom pin is from Lively Ghost, and I like putting it at an angle and just holding the print at an angle. I don't like putting every print straight up and down. It just needs to feel a little bit more chaotic and not too organized. I have this urn pin that I got from Rose City Comic Con. Some more dried leaves here. This cauldron, I think, oh gosh, I think this was Witch Casket when I did like a haul. Like a little pendant hanging off a rod there. And then this sunflower. So I had these sunflowers and they came on little clips. I basically detached everything, put a push pin through it, super glued this part back to the leaves. And then I had the protruding push pin on the other side. So I used it to like hang this up. And then we got a little cloche and another crow. You can't see the details. There we go, right there. I needed to fill this space, and a friend got this for us who went to the shop that must not be named. So we have that and the pin, and then a little butterfly. And that is my first ever pin board. It's my take. I actually don't hate it. I will leave it up. There are a number of these pins that I'm like, I kind of want to wear them, you know, like, but maybe I just need to buy more pins, you know? Speaking of which, I don't know why this made me think of my jewelry, but that was another thing, we're all over the place, that, speaking of all over the place, like, have you seen my floor? Okay, that's what happens when I make things. Don't look in there. I forgot to show you my jewelry. So one of the other things I did organizing-wise and decluttering is jewelry, and I basically got rid of anything that is not like black or silver. I don't really wear gold. I wanted to believe I would during like Christmas time or something, but it's just not me. So here, if you've, well, just seen a number of my videos, this is my mirror of Erised. I still absolutely love this mirror, but it's also a jewelry holder. And as you saw, we like decorated it. But basically it was chaos and it needed organizing and decluttering. Here's what it looks like now. It's a lot more organized. So let's get real close. Basically the earrings, as you can tell, everything that is left pretty much, minus a touch of like purple and green, is silver. And this is the only exception I've left. But what I did, I mean, we have like my jewelry up here that are like all bracelets. And I kind of like sized them in order, if you will. I don't know. There's not like much going on there, but these sections are really needed my earrings sorted. So we have a skeleton or like bones, like anything that fits that section. My studs are at the top. Then moving over, you'll notice things that I love a lot. I love skeleton things. I love snake things. So this is like my whole snake section. And I have a few more that you just saw that I need to add to this. And then this is my bat section. Just pick those up. These are probably my favorite bat earrings, but I do like these too. And then we have the studs up here. And then moving down, this is like my one and only ghosty section. So there's that. And then my spider section actually spans the whole thing. So I had to work with it and I wanted everything like kind of in size order. So I have these little spiders, and either spider or spider webs is all over here. Spider web, we have like that spider web there. Then on the top, we have like little stud spiders and spider webs here. I'm wearing these earrings right now. Bigger ones, more spiders. They're growing. They're getting larger. They're making a whole family. And then these two here, they're just kind of like random. These are my like Haunted Mansion inspired. They're just gargoyles and dragons. I guess you could just say like fantasy-esque. I don't know. Can you tell I put a lot of work into this? And then here is like my moon section. For the most part, I had to fit some studs up here, but I had these tiny moons. I did add coffins and tombstones. They kind of go well together here. And then we have these moons. These were new. I have these large ones here. And then I have crosses. So it's just these studs and these large ones, which were from Disturbia. Then I have my like stabby knifey businesses. I need to wear those more. And then my Gryffindor one, I'm thinking because I don't really wear a lot of color that I might like paint the little, I might make it not a Gryffindor sword, but I love the sword, like paint the little black parts, the red parts black maybe, I don't know. And then just more sort of random studs. I have like the crows, little butterflies, a little froggy familiar. These are actually Coraline earrings. Then this is basically like my witchy section. We got like a palmistry hand, a spells book. We have a cauldron. This gives me like Mad Eye Moody vibes, but it's basically like a potion. These earrings, very clearly witchy. I have my witch hat earrings, some star studs. And then this section are mostly like the smaller like stud earrings. So I took the studs and I just went and hoops, and I went like in order of size. As you could probably tell, it gets larger and larger. And then these are more like random. We got this little eye here. These are also part of the Coraline set. Same for these keys. And then just kind of more generic like stars. And then this is my cat section. So there's Coraline. I think that was part of Coraline too. Then these little cat skull ones right there. This sucker, one of them fell down, so I need to super glue that. And then these ones just didn't fit. These are my large spider webs. These are my no feet. This is a tour, basically, of my jewelry. These would be from Beetlejuice. Same for those there, hence why they're together. Disney right there. And then these are kind of like one-off. I mean, forgetting these earrings, they were just long. Like this is just an ear cuff. These are going to be for like your helix area. So there's that. My sunglasses live down here. This one just didn't fit. It's my skeleton bracelet from Shein, I think. That's a backup skeleton earring. And then for the necklaces, I just organized them by like, these are all chokers. This is a gorgeous choker that Miss Justine sent me. Love, love, love it. These are my like raven and snake chokers. I'm pretty sure both are from Disturbia. Disturbia makes great jewelry. My stars necklace, this moon one kind of comes all the way down here. And then I have this tiny one there. These are my like double, multi-layered, just a layered necklace. So there's that. And then my rings are down here. So she is now organized, and it is so, so nice to like know where to look. It just makes getting ready so much easier. Okay, I think the next thing we're going to do is, it is currently, what is today? October what? October 4th. Also, thank you all so much for your really kind comments on my decorations, from like this space here to the Haunted Mansion. I don't know what it is about me that I'm just like, oh God, they're gonna think I could have done so much more. Like, and you guys were just really, really nice. So thank you for saying that, because I really enjoy it. I still want to do so much more, but that's what I'm saying is all of your lovely comments. So thank you. But it's October 4th, and it being October 4th, I'm already late in the game. Like, I need to be watching the horror movies. So what we're gonna do now is, I wanted to take this gorgeous thing right here. I'm gonna wash it. Also $16.99 for like a solid piece of marble. We're gonna wash this. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, this is not gonna hold all of the cheese that I want it to hold. By the way, we are vegan. If you don't know, you know now. So everything that is going on here will be that. It might have to go on another plate. I'm just hungry, okay? I'm just saying. But I have not done a proper, like, platter for my, like, I don't think ever since being vegan, which we will be, oh my God, we hit 17 years on October 1st, 17 bleeping years. Okay. And then we were a vegetarian for a year prior to that, but still that's a long, long time. Even prior to that, I think I've eaten one, but, not made myself. So I give like kudos. I don't know. I give acknowledgement to a friend who, when we were at the store and I saw the bat one that I did really want, and I still really want, and she had suggested, you know, sometimes it's nice to just like kind of fancify, you know, what you're making, so it feels a little extra special, a treat to yourself. So that's what this is. So let me go wash this, and then I will show you all the goodies, and we'll make a little platter. So what I've got here, let's show you the cheese. Okay. Now I will say, as far as like vegan cheeses go, because I have been vegan for so long, I was vegan when there was not a section. Matt and I both. There was no vegan section at the grocery store. Okay. It's a privilege to have processed foods, vegan or not. Like, is it a privilege? I don't know. For your health, I don't know. That's questionable. But I will say, like, why do I say that all the time? My favorite vegan cheeses typically is not Daiya. But when it comes to the block cheese, Daiya is probably my favorite. There are probably a couple others, but this one is my most favoriteest. It's the jalapeno Havarti cheese, and it's just like a little block cheese. But I do like their smoked Gouda. And also Daiya's changed a lot ever since they changed over to their oat cream recipe. It's improved it quite a bit. We still tend to opt for Violife would probably be our favorite cheese, but I don't know of a block cheese that they do. And I got cheddar. So we have some actual, like, I can cut the cheeses in little squares and stuff. And then I did some spreads too. Love this one. It is the Treeline Cheesemakers French style cashew cheese. Cashew cheese is like some of the best, like creamiest stuff. It's going to be the most fatty, but you know, I went for the herb garlic, the herb. Say it how you will. So there is that. It is so tasty. And then this one, I'm pretty sure I've tried too. This is typically a non-vegan brand, but they have a dairy-free option, and that happens to be vegan. I believe it says it somewhere. Well, it says it in the ingredients. So there is that. Also garlic and herb. So I just wanted a couple like spreadable ones. And then, I mean, really, I could do some like vegan like lunch meats. There's a couple options I can do, like if you want to do like crackers with a sort of meat. But first time ever, I have seen like a vegan salami. So I picked up 2 and we are going to try them. They're not the cheapest things in the world, but we have this one. So it says Artisan Vegan Salami, Sonoma, California. So the brand is Renegade Foods. So there is that one. And this one is the spicy chorizo. And then I also got the, how do you say that? Okay. Smoky sopressata. Sopressata? Is that how you said that? So we've got sweet paprika and garlic, and then applewood smoke and black pepper. They seem like a good contrast to each other. So got that. And then I asked Matt, I was like, actually, I forgot one more thing. Hold on. Anyway, I asked Matt and I was like, you know, I've never made a cheese spread. What the heck is on a cheese spread beyond cheese? I remembered a couple things, and he was like, grapes and apples. And I was like, okay, so I have 2 different kinds of apples. We'll do slices. And then I got some grapes. And these were really nice because like you could just pick up any of 3 varieties. They were all the same price. It was at my local grocery store, New Seasons. And then you just pluck off what you want. Like, I don't love the bags. Obviously, with the bags, you could take out grapes and just reduce because I just don't tend to eat all of the bag. But anyway, and then I got some cocktail dill pickles. I wanted like the really small pickles. Love a good bit of like, I love me some vinegar. Okay. So there's that. Can you tell it's not all fitting on here? So I think just the cheese and the salami is going to be on here, and we'll have something else going on. And then for crackers, okay, we went classic and we went fancy because this is a good like spooky Halloween night. I'm gonna enjoy myself, you know what I'm saying? So as far as fancy goes, I got 2 things at Trader Joe's. Everything appears to be vegan. Let me double check before I go showing it off. I have triple checked. We have the green olive flats Italian linguine Somebody's gonna come at me. Crackers. Again, I love vinegar. So, oh, and olives. I did not go fancy in olives. They're just Walmart olives. Okay. I just need an olive. It just needs to taste like an olive. But we went a little extra with the olives. So that's one of my fancy ones. And then typically not always is not vegan, but everything appears to be on these organic garlic naan crackers from Trader Joe's. So we're going to try that because I also want like different flavors, also a different appearance, like not all of them circular. It's the aesthetic, you know what I mean? And then at New Seasons, I picked these up. Milton's Original Multigrain. We are definitely not eating all of this today. And then at Walmart, I just picked up like an assorted cracker situation. So we have a lot going on. I'm going to now slice some things up and I will show you my platter. And, oh, and we'll taste test this sausage because, or sorry, the salami because I've never had it before. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also picked up, every time I go to New Seasons, they are one of the few places that has like freshly baked, like in-house baked bread. And this is one of my favorite breads. It is like a black olive, what do they call it? Olive ciabatta bread. It is a black olive ciabatta bread. So they do not hold back on the olives on this. So I got that as well. Probably because we're gonna have a salad too. You know what? While I'm prepping this, I wanted to ask. So first off, what are you watching this season? What is your go-to movie? You know, and also, how many of you are so excited for Stranger Things final season? I know at least one of you and a few of us have discussed this. First off, we're going to be like actively chatting about that season in the Discord group, and I'll probably talk a little bit about it because it's obviously right up my alley. It's one of my favorite shows ever. But it's been a while since I've seen like the very first season. So the other thing we're going to do this season, Matt and I, like off camera, is not just watch horror movies, and do please recommend like some of your favorite horror movies. There are a number. I grew up like watching a lot of movies. My dad is really the person that probably introduced me the most to movies, to horror movies. At a very young age, anything was on the table for me to watch. It's why I'm traumatized. No, I'm just kidding. People will say that. I had a person say that to me, like, that's why you're so desensitized. I'm like, really? Because I feel quite deeply a little too much, okay? But even with that said, and having watched like a lot of movies growing up, there's still a number of classics that I've never seen. Or don't care for. Like, I'm not a Friday the 13th girl. I love the vibe. I think I need to revisit because I did revisit the first movie like last year and I was like, this is awful. Like, you know, Halloween itself is one of my favorite movies, but even rewatching that, I know it's not the most amazing piece of work ever, but it still holds in some of the other classic elements like of that time. I don't know. I still love it. And I know there are people that are either like Mike Myers or Jason Voorhees people. I'm a Mike Myers person. And I loved the newest one. I haven't really watched the others, but like some of my go-tos are probably Halloween, Scream, Hocus Pocus, Nightmare on Elm Street. I grew up loving, I was a teen watching Nightmare on Elm Street. I met Robert Englund. He's lovely. And I just love those movies. Not all of them. They kind of go, you know, but they just give me that nice spooky vibe. Oh, I'll have to think of like what else. I know I sent Matt a list of like, I want these movies. I mean, a lot, like Poltergeist. Here are two examples that I put on the list to watch that I've not seen or I don't think I've seen. Lost Boys is like a classic of a time I grew up in. Why haven't I seen it? I don't know. And then Ginger Snaps, that came up. I don't think I've seen it. There are a number of things I probably have. But what else have I got on my list? The Craft, Trick or Treat. So it's funny. I went to, here, let's chop while we're talking here. I went to Spirit Halloween and they had the cutest, like, yeah, I think it's cute. Okay. And some of you did too. Sam, like, figure, if you want to say that. And I just don't really have a place for it. But I was like, you know, to be honest, like I really didn't care for that movie. I don't know what it was. I think round 2, I will like it. It's been a while. So that is like on my list to revisit. The Craft. Love The Craft. I haven't watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a while, so I put that on there. Nightmare Before Christmas. Look, there's this like debated dilemma of, is Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween or Christmas? You know, we don't have to pick one or the other, right? I think that's what I love about it, and I think it's what Tim Burton does so well, is he doesn't put himself in a category. Like, can you even categorize his work? It's just so Tim Burton. And when you kind of look at the core of it, it's almost a self-identity movie. It is Halloween and Christmas. It's both. So I will be watching it both seasons. Thank you very much. Beetlejuice, It, love me some It. More preferably for me, the newer one. Oh, we need to watch that show. Yep, that's on my list too. I forgot. The new Welcome to Derry. Want to see that? Oh, I have so many things I need to watch. Okay, that's like the start. There's just so many more. I'm sure some of you will comment some that I need to add to my list, and then some that I probably just forgot to mention because there's so many good ones out there. So let's chop these things. Yeah, let's make a salad. I need to eat something fresh. Speaking of salad, I tried this dressing that, where is it? I am loving. It is from Whole Foods. It is the organic Italian vinaigrette. Oh, she's so tasty. I love me a vinaigrette. I just love vinegar. I do love me a vegan ranch. Those are really my go-tos. Sometimes I like to do cucumbers like in halves. And sometimes I'm just like, I want to go a little extra. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing. Okay, salad is made. Kind of look the same. How are we going to be able to tell the difference? How are we going to tell? That one's the chorizo. Yeah. All right, that's the chorizo. Let's set that here, and we'll do this one first. I want to smell it and then taste it. Whoa. Here it is. It's not the most appealing look in the world, but I mean, honestly, is the other variety appealing? That does smell different. Okay. This is the chorizo. Okay, I have my spread. Can't fit everything on there. We've got our salami, our cheese, our apples. So I'm going to taste one of the salami. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's the chorizo? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it tasted like chorizo. Yeah, this has the pepper. Okay, let me try the other one. That is so good. The texture's really good. I wonder, is this seitan then? That's probably my favorite of the two. I like them both. That's gonna be really good with cheese and apples. Okay, I'm gonna go get set up with all of my goods, get my like pickles in a jar and olives in a jar and crackers out and all set up over there, so we can watch a horror movie. And I'm now gonna roll, because this is just like a chill, relaxing day, some clips of all the things that I'm doing that are spooky and relaxing, from watching a horror movie to having a spooky bath to just a little bit of self-care. So I'm gonna roll those clips now. Let me know, what do you do to take care of yourself in these spooky times and relax? But until next time, my magical friends, remember to love what you love with everything you have and keep making magic. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. It's vloggy season. Why am I starting that way? We are here. No, we're not. We're not. We're going to stop that and start over. Oh, damn, let's just trip right over that. Okay.